Today is you're going to help me with a composition. I'm really not warmed up on this piece. It's just occurred to me I have to draw something over the boobs really quickly. But basically, I did a sketch that I liked. And then I finished the line art, and I realised I've come so far away from the sketch that the image is fine. It's fine. But the sketch had better energy. So we're going to kind of like take a step back and do some adjusting today. Because the actual rendering of this is going to be really simple and basic. I'm not going to make this overcomplicated. Now, I just watched Naked Gun. It was a movie. Reiku Naked Gun. Oh, wait, do you mean the new one or the old one? Did you watch the new one with, that'll be the end of it. You haven't defeated me. You've sacrificed sure footing for the killing stroke. Rub your chests. Your arms will take care of themselves. Send plague rats in Rome. Scratch for stock markets. Sunk Greece. Financially. Alright, one sec. Try to Kevin. Hey dear man. Chameleon S, hello there. It's not Wednesday. I thought I was off on Monday and Tuesday. Sorry, what the fuck? Is it Friday the 1st of August? What the fuck is going on? I was off on Monday and Tuesday. I took 2 days off, right? What? Alright. What is that about? We're gonna come back to that. I'm not happy. Oh, fucking... Mate, will you lights actually stay? I've said it before, I'll say it again. Stream Deck are a bunch of fucking idiots who need to do some user testing. If you press a light on Stream Deck, just boop, just like a light switch, almost, it goes, oh, that means you only want the lights to last for a limited amount of time. If you really want the lights to change normally, like a light switch, you have to press and hold the button for 3 seconds. Do you have any idea how fucking annoying that is and how much that builds up? Oh, I want my lights red. 1, 2, 3, let go. Now they stay red. God forbid I just press a switch and my lights change until I decide otherwise. Fucking hate you, Stream Deck. Do you want to know who I don't hate? Today's #1 top live streamer of the afternoon, Dean from XP Brew. How you doing, man? Alright, one sec. I'm just warming back up into bitching. Apparently I've had 4 days off work. Guys, when did I last stream? Seriously though, this is fucking weird. When did I last stream? We've reinvented the Switch! God, it's like following a tech bro on Twitter. We've just found this new idea. Tactile buttons for lighting. Whoa. Imagine lighting you can change at the touch of your fingertips. On and off. Oh my god. Imagine some kind of online space where you could save your electricity bill by turning your lights off. Man, those fucking meta web free bros are real quiet now, aren't they? Those internet free guys. It's like watching all the flat earthers slowly migrate over to QAnon a decade ago. Now all those big web free fucking, what was it, authenticate token digital products people. I just fell into a wormhole. That is so fucking weird. I've obviously I got mixed up somewhere, but I was like, I don't think I streamed on Sunday, or we did, or I only streamed one day in a weekend or Saturday. And then I was like, oh, I should pop on Monday, and then I didn't because I pulled a muscle in my neck. And I was like, oh, I'll pop on Tuesday, but then I was catching up with all my Patreon stuff because I didn't do it on Monday. And now today is the next day. I might have slept through an entire day. I remember talking to Bill Nash whilst playing Dune. And I was like, no, I'm not up early. I'm still awake from the night before. And Bill was like, you need to go to bed. Like, and I don't know when that was. That was either this morning or this morning plus 24 hours ago. I'm getting so fucking confused right now. Holy shit. All right, let me actually read chat and say hello to you guys. I like to communicate. What is going on? Much love and welcome to the gorgeous, curvaceous, filthy Pixie Wink Wonk. Oh, she's driving. Hi, Tola. Lovely to see you, dude. How you doing, fella? Lumia Chameleoness, we behoover you to draw hard. I will. And then I'll forget that I was ever a famous actor. And my daughters can post pictures about me on social media that bums people out. Oh, I'm sorry you're bummed out that that person has Alzheimer's. I don't know if you guys follow the... We've had this conversation before. We have definitely had this conversation before, because it was back when Dean was one of our newer friends, because we were talking about Command and Conquer. Remind me again, who is this guy? Space! Because he had a stroke. But he's still around, he's on Twitter. And like, people tweet shit like, oh, I was really bummed out to discover that he'd had a stroke. And he's like, fuck you, fuck you! My stroke bums you out, does it? Sorry to mess with your energy online. Anyway. Tim Curry indeed. Alright, one sec. That's my way of saying what happened to the last few days of my life. I think I might have been kidnapped by aliens. They sent me back. I want aliens to kidnap us the way we kidnap turtles. You know how, like, we're really... Do you know how we fucking love picking turtles out the ocean and then scrubbing their shells and picking off all the detritus and then putting them back? Imagine if you're just, like, going home and you got beamed up by aliens, no explanation, and they really fucking aggressively brushed your teeth with, like, a giant teeth brush and you're like, what the fuck's going on? And then they just beam you back down. And the aliens are just like, wow, this is going to make a great YouTube video on Zapzorp or whatever app they use. And you're just like, did that even fucking happen? Like, oh, my teeth are really clean, but what the fuck was that? Anyway, that might be what happened. Anyway, yes, so we're going to draw some fan art for one of my favourite animes of the last 5 years. In my top 5 of the last 5. Tutor Ramo, thank you for the lurk. Smart Pervert, background 4. Hey, welcome on in. Reiku, hello, and now lovely to see you. Hello, hello. Tried to Kevin, I think I said hello to you, dude, but welcome on in. Who stole my spacebar? Happy Wednesday, friends. It's a very late Wednesday. Something's happened. The only new one I watched recently is War of the Worlds with Ice Cube. What? Do you mean the Tom Cruise one? Is Ice Cube in one of the Is Ice Cube in the Tom Cruise War of the Worlds movie by any chance? As like a background character? I just finished watching Hunter x Hunter. Oh, now did you watch the remake then? Did you go all the way to the end of the Chimera Ant arc? No, fuck that. Did you go all the way to the end of the Gone Up the Tree arc? Fucking so good, Hunter x Hunter. Oh, no fucking idea what's going on now. Your last stream was 6 days ago. I'm sure it's gonna like come flooding back to me in a minute. Like I'm sure like in a minute I'll just be like, oh fuck, yeah. I am confounded. I pulled a muscle in my neck. I took one day off, and I took the next day off because I was doing a catch up from the day before. And then I did all the Patreon stuff. You've skipped today. Cool. Amra, lovely to see you.
Confounded, you say.
Fenrir, how you doing, man? Oh, did you just hit a two-year streak out of your 47 total? Fucking hell, Big F. F-dog in chat. Oh, oh, oh. That's how we say hello to each other. Stream Deck are reinventing switches. Dude, I found a similar issues with my Stream Deck, by the way. I had to move it to another USB port. I don't know if it doesn't support USB 3 or something, but it became so much more responsive when I moved it. I came in mid-rant now. Oh, damn. No, I'm just bitching about the buttons. But I'm glad reporting solved it. I'm not even going to talk about my screen color calibrator. Fucking waste of money. Amra Howie, I should invent tactile handcuffs. I think they exist, mate. I don't know what to tell you. You were in voice chat at 7 AM this morning. Okay, so that was today. That did happen today. Weird that you know that. But okay, great. Mikey, you popped in at the right time. I was about to buy something, but I don't need on eBay. Oh, are you barebacking again? Just get the condoms, mate. They're not that expensive. You just saved me money. Yeah, in the short term. 9 months later. I made it halfway through the first Dune book since you streamed last. Is that real, Zabanat? Do you mean that? How are you finding Dune? Holy shit. Last stream was the 28th and 29th. That was not 6 days ago. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is... Oh, Nathan, you're fucking with me. That's 4 days. Is Mikey gonna draw? Or does he just, like, have a 1 hour leveling session where chat fills in the gaps in his lifespan? I better call the local police station again, make sure nothing happened. The legend that is Tim Curry. The best actor in Home Alone 2. Oh, he's the concierge, right? Cthulhu, pick me up, clean me, and put me back again. Cthulhu, save me, Cthulhu. Cthulhu, where are you? War of the Worlds on Amazon. They remade the movie with Ice Cube. I'm not ready to hear that. By the way, I just want to say hello and much love to T Infusion, Sinbeam, and Nuclear Gabba. Guys, thank you for the follows. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Cthulhu, save me, Cthulhu. Tom Cruise one was great. I remember it being pretty solid. How's your neck? Are we still in pain in the neck? Are we still a pain in the neck? Think carefully before you answer. Eva. Even your well wishes are full of pitfalls. The conversation with Eva's just lions and bears and tigers. Okay, let's get my stylus and stuff. Let's scroll to the bottom of both my chats. Guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for popping your head in. Insane that it's Friday. Not ready for that emotionally, but hey. Dean, how was your stream, dude? One went to the top and then the anime just ended. Yeah, well now, he met his dad. It's just like, fuck. Oh yeah, that was the whole point of everything that's happened. Have you ever been to Animagic? Oh no, I'm a heterosexual. Sorry. What on you, mate? Check your vlogs. It says 6 days ago. 28th/29th is Monday, Tuesday. So Monday, Tuesday. Say like Tuesday morning. So then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I've been off for 3 days. If my last stream was on Monday. So I've lost 1 day. I have not lost 4 days. He's great in Muppet Treasure Island. Or Space! Yeah, Fenrir, that's where I started. I was like, just remind me again. He's a legend, but remind me of his name. Space! Oh yeah, Dean, there's just a few politically hot potatoes that, although might be fascinating, just aren't worth being conversations in the stream. So basically I've blocked the same words that I've like filtered out of my Twitter feed just so that I can live a happy life. Him trying to hold in those laughs is pure gold. Yeah, and it's got the UFC woman in the background in a beret who's in films. she's in the first Daredevil movie as some tough lady. Ice Cube War of the Worlds is the worst movie of all times. Who's that Scottish guy who makes YouTube videos but he's endlessly negative? Ice Cube War of the Worlds! Okay, he's also Irish sometimes. It's the worst movie of all time! It's poorly written and poorly researched, and its product placement is hell! Anyway. Good. Co-working today. Alright. Making up for being away next week. Viewers are slowly building up. Dean, if you stream it, they will come. Good for you, man. June is excellent. I absolutely understand why you'd want to play it in a game based on the lore now. I want to know it all! Ah, Zabanat. The only and Zabanat, by the way, if you end up loving it, absolutely 100% fine. Like, if you actually enjoy it, then that is only a good thing. However, I would say one piece of advice. Mikey, are you telling people how to enjoy fandoms? Are you the keeper of the gate? Not at all, not at all. Just a suggestion. Read the first, is it 6 or 7? Read the first Frank Herbert books if you want to keep going. The first 3 books take you to a place where you can stop. The 4th book is a very different experience, but you can also stop there if you want to, knowing that, like, the seeds are planted for good things ultimately. His son, so Frank Herbert's the guy who does Dune, his son, Brian Herbert, then took his dad's legacy and turned it into more of a profitable business process by writing his own books that go in between the main books, historical books from the Butlerian Jihad, other books that continue the story and miss all of the core narrative concepts and rewrite the idea of particular characters. And there are some in the Dune fandom, many, who hate that shit. So get your teeth stuck in, but stick with Frank for a bit. Just check the name on the cover. Really glad you're enjoying it. I'm sorry, I'm a heterosexual, said with a straight face. Mikey's doing Mikey's math. Leave him alone. Does he rap in it? No, but he does start text messages with the name of the person he is texting, as if he took standard dialogue and transitioned it into fake chats. Does anybody remember a particular artist? Possibly. Oh no, I don't know. Is it an I will always love you? She had a banger voice, but maybe was quite on the cocaine. I might be thinking of a completely different black R&B artist. But in the early 2000s, wasn't there like a music video where she's talking about texting her man, and she's got like a little like early screen flip phone, and the camera zooms in, but she's writing just so that it reads clearly, I guess. She's not using the text. She's writing the message in a column in a Microsoft Excel. It's so weird. Anyway. Long story short, Eva, actually, yeah, right down this side, it's still a bit like, at the furthest ends of rotation, like, it definitely is telling me it doesn't want me to mess around. It'll wear off. I know, because I sent you a DM after. Oh, shit. Hey, what? Did we see the Oh! I don't even know what BF stands for. But are you talking about the Nintendo thing? Guys, did we miss a video games live announcement thing? Can we watch that after we do some art? If we've missed some games trailers, I'd love to have a look. BF6. Battlefield 6 multiplayer, because you're a Battlefield player, I remember. Hey, adorable. Nuclear. Hey, ding. Battlefield is dead. Long live Battlefield 2. Oh. Let them cook. Just don't pre-order. Man, that's always good advice. Mikey, have you seen any new movies lately? No. I've been listening to documentaries about James Bond Eon productions from the 60s. I've been just putting on the weirdest shit in the background whilst I get my art done offline, or zone out to just raking in insane spice volumes in Dune. What was the last movie I watched? John Wick Ballerina. The internet's darling, Ana de Armas, one of the most charming ladies in everything she's put in at the moment, is one of the ballerinas from the Rosca school. And the female ballerina types over there in the John Wick, this isn't a spoiler for anything, this is just expanding the loose lore, so don't worry, I'm not going to ruin the film. But it turns out a lot of the female ballerinas, although they can essentially take on hitman contracts, because they're smaller and lighter and have to, like, you know, find other ways to defeat opponents who are going to be bigger and stronger, their jobs are mostly floating or, like, orbiting bodyguard jobs. So they're not the bodyguard that, like, stands next to the person and pushes people out the way, but their job is to kind of, like, orbit the area someone's in to pick out potential trouble and then kill them first. So, like, I do like the niche that they put people with that stature into, and the rest of it is a overall good action film with some really good action pieces, unfortunately held up in a universe of action films which is known for being exceptional. I hope that makes sense. There's a lot of good moments in it, but it's not an exceptional John Wick movie. It's got people you know in it, but the actual, like, plot, or at least how that plot is delivered, somehow feels really underbaked. And I don't know why, but, like, in John Wick, they literally just introduced the most random shit. They're just like, oh, by the way, ninjas. Oh, by the way, the Italians are here. Oh, by the way, now the Philippine ninjas are here. And you kind of go with the pace of the movie, and you're just like, oh, wow, this universe just gets weirder and bigger. Whereas in this particular film, it just felt a little undercooked instead. And some cast, you're just like, I feel like you wanted to get somebody else for that role, but you had to get the B-team version of that actor to do this part. But John Wick Ballerina has, and I don't know how much is real and how much is CG, but there's a few shots where I think a lot of it's real, because they make a really big point of staying on the action. John Wick Ballerina has some of the best people catching fire in an action movie I think I've ever seen. Like, have you ever seen is it the Indecipherables, where they got all the old action stars together? Stallone was like, I'm going to make a movie of all of the classic action heroes that you know. But the movie was actually just a nightmare of making everybody available on set on the right day, and the actual film itself was, like, really shit. And instead of having, like, action tropes and squibs, it was all really cheap CG. And that film has, like, really bad fire on it. People catch on fire really fake. In John Wick Ballerina, there's, like, this just extended 2-minute shot of a guy getting flamethrowered and just crawling and trying to just get out and trying to live, and just repeatedly getting tooted with a flamethrower till he's finally dead. You're just like, I am convinced that's a man in one of those, like, retardant, careful, in one of those, like, learning difficulty flame suits. And I'm just like, but he's been on fire for a really long time. You're just kind of like, man, like, cut, like, send in some people, man. So it's got some really good bits, but, like, overall the film is just like, yeah. But the bits where it's good are, like, well entertaining, so why not? Whitney Houston, yes, Whitney Houston. However, Dean, as well as being a T-boy, is an excellent brain, knows to read between my words for the real truth, and knowing that I'm talking about Nellie's Dilemma by Nelly, who uses an Excel file in her music video, pretending it's a text messaging system. But I was singing Whitney Houston. Thank you very much. As long as she didn't, Fenrir's like, I will support Whitney Houston as long as she didn't die from meth. Fenrir is like, don't become a meth. Like, by the way, I'm not sampling meth out of curiosity, just in case anyone's new. This is just like a running topic we've been having. Pixie was sending me loads of like meth pictures. I was like, I get it. I'm not going to become a meth head. Did you sleep in an odd position? I had a really bad stress sleep, Eva. I was a little bit stressed over just internet reach anyway. Obviously, you know, I'm not so worried now. Just let the dust settle. But I was a little bit stressed over internet reach and I couldn't sleep. So I got back up and I put on Dune. And then I convinced Fenrir to have a really bad idea with me. And then that idea didn't pay off. So then I was like, oh, fuck. Now I'm gutted. So then I went back to sleep and I was just like, just so wound up. I was just horrible. And I woke up really late in the day. And I was just like, oh man, I feel horrible. My neck was all fucked. How did we go from Battlefield 6 to Nintendo? Oh, was the Nintendo Direct just one new game? Hey guys, did we show you Mario Kart World? Yeah, you showed us that. What about Mario Kart World some more? Ooh, or what else do we have? Metroid? You like Metroid? Oh, BF means boyfriend. Oh, sorry. Nintendo Direct was nothing really exciting. Do you know what then? Fuck it. I only have a Switch one anyway, so. Who is Chicken Lady? Oh yeah, do you want to do, should we do some artwork? You guys need to help me with something. I'm just getting to the bottom of chat. I dropped the character selection screen. They're going back to loadouts. Oh, did they simplify it so that you just had preset character builds? Are you planning to play that John Wick inspired game, Suit for Hire? I am. Are you talking about the one that was made by one single dev? I'm going to do that one. We're also going to play a bit more of that Kung Fu game I quite liked. Where you grow old every time you die. Orbiters. I love the logic behind that. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit spin-off syndrome-y. It's like when you see the Lord of the Rings characters like Saruman and Galadriel in The Hobbit, because you're so like, because you probably watched Lord of the Rings 100 times by then, and then you see those characters in A Hobbit and you're just like, oh, this is so weird. Like, I should know all their dialogue, but they're doing different stuff, and it feels like somebody's showing you like deleted scenes. You're just like, oh, what is going on? They had good pyro. I wonder if it was a guy who tours with Ramstein. Do you know what? I think, I don't know if was the director, but I think Chad Stolsky's in it. So he was probably involved with a lot of the action stuff. So like they've still got like a stuntman heavy coordinated crew in there. But no shade at all on Ana de Armas. I love Ana de Armas. She's my second favorite famous lady after Rebecca Ferguson. Damn. But like, you do get the vibe that like Keanu Reeves goes through the absolute fucking ringer to train for those scenes, to get that choreography together. And you get the feeling that Ana de Armas trained very hard to put those scenes together. It's a very slight difference, but like you start to like observe these things, I guess. And that's no shade. Like she throws herself into that film and the action scenes way more than she would probably have to in a contract. So good on her. Method Man is fucked in Fenn's opinion. Yeah, mate, he hates him. Ink Tie, welcome on in. I'm at work, but have a good stream, Pappy. Aye, sweet son. You look after yourself, sweet bean. Ah, it's Fenrir's fault. Bad ideas make excellent stories. Yeah. Should I be asking who the chicken lady is? Nicholas, I promise I'm about to do some work. So really quickly, I just actually have to cover some boobs. One sec. I just need to do like a quick layer. And then you guys are going to help me with a composition. I don't know if we're going to change the composition. I just feel like at the sketch stage, it had something more going for it. So we're just going to have a little like compare. One sec, I'm just going to draw some more feathers really quickly. Okay, there we go. Alright, one sec. Fucking hell, Mikey. I'm glad that's all safe for work. Let's go and turn on the right layer. That's my reference sheet, by the way. Here we go. Let's do this one instead. Oh, what's this one? Oh, that's too big. Always prepping before stream. Alright, lights. I'll just hold the button for a few seconds. That's really efficient. Hey, there we go. Oh, that Hobbit game. Yeah, I remember that. And yet, Zane, how you doing, man? The games I know that have interesting mechanics, there is one that is silly. You play a human finger who must end a war between ants by marrying the enemy ant's princess. Okay. But is it actually enjoyable to play, or is it just a gimmick? Keanu's built different. He is. I feel like... Does this make any sense whatsoever? I feel like Keanu Reeves is the introvert Tom Cruise sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Mikey, why aren't you wearing first outfits like the E-streamers? Like I was saying to somebody else the other day, I'm not picking up those dumbbells for another few weeks till we've gotten more work done. And then... netting tops. Tetragrammaton. Tetragrammaton training for real. Absolutely, yes. The Tetragrammaton is the voice of God, right? What are we talking about? Hey, Bill. How you doing, man? Bill, cheers for your help this morning. It's 9 PM. No, it's not. Those are not all safe for work, by the way. I'm pretty sure because I was like, I don't want to get caught out again. Moving on. Hey, Valan today. How you doing, man? What's this from? Dungeon Meishi. So, and by the way, this is why I miss using my sketchbook. I should have just done this in sketchbook. But for those of you who've been here for a while, you'll probably know that I really simplified my drawing for ages. Because I was just like, I've got to take a step back. I'm not able to execute stuff the way I want to. So ages ago... Oh, shit. Does this even... Have I made up a memory? Oh, here we go. So ages ago, I was like, I don't have the necessary mental ability to draw this. But I want some kind of composition where we're looking at Farlin, like down over her at this angle. So get it out. If you got an idea, get it out your head. Ideally put it in a sketchbook, but I just did like a really shit drawing. I was just like, I want to do this, but I want to do this later when I'm like able to do this. So it's not 100% perfect, but this is where we've gotten to thus far. However, I kind of like, who introduced me to that lens filter effect in Photoshop? I need to take you outside and shoot you. So I kind of like lens filtered the background environment and it warped it. And I thought it was great because it added a bit of curve, but it actually just pushes a few details out of frame. It just affects it. How much sleep did you get? Bill, not much apparently. I woke up today and I've lost a day, dude. Like, I'm not even kidding. We just spent like 45 minutes of me trying to understand where my time has gone. Thank you for specifying that, Fenrir, even more. Let's move on, shall we? I'm just having my first coffee and I've seen the stream. Hey, well, welcome on in, dude. It looks amazing, even as a mocker. Oh, bless your sweetheart. So, I might have just a flat sketch layer copy, and I'll just explain what I think I still want to play around with. I haven't warmed up for it, so we might not get far today, but let's at least talk about the idea. At the sketch stage, I still wanted her holding up some limp body by the arm, and eventually I got rid of it because it was getting too confounded with the leading chimera leg. I think also I wanted just a hint of rooftop at some point. So in the end, I drew the body like splattered on the ground. And it's fine, but I think I want to make, like, I'm just going to shrink them down, but I think I want to make all these characters just a tiny bit smaller and push them a tiny bit further away. And I feel like I want a little bit of rooftop in here. So I've got that different kind of material colour and texture, but it's like such a thin sliver. I don't know if I'm like overworking it or overthinking the idea. So let's have a little tickle together. You rub my back, I'll rub yours. A bit, though Tom Cruise without his ego. Yeah. Does he even exist at that point? See, Fenrir, he's become more than a man. He's become an idea. He's gone full Batman. I hate those days which feel like a fever dream. That would make her even taller. I mean, she is pretty big. Like, I'm still considering slightly blurring them all as well, but the chicken girl question is the question. All right, let me. Now that we're here doing art, I'm just gonna put an update in Discord saying that, hey, we're doing art. One sec. Adorable late night exercises will keep you awake. Oh, Finn's done it. Oh, cheers, man. In case you don't know her name is Farlin Tuden. I didn't know her surname, but although I'm saying Chicken Lady, I actually think Delicious in Dungeon is a great anime. At the risk of repeating myself, I wasn't into a lot of new animes for ages. I feel like I'd really gone off them and started getting into just stuff with human actors a lot more. Because I was like, I want stuff with like emotional connections and character arcs. I want to feel. I want to care. I want to rewatch Hannibal again. But then Dragon Slayer was just so good, and it had heart, and it had like motivations that you cared about, and it made you care about the characters. I was like, oh my god, is anime back? And then Free Ren was like this really slow pastel story about someone with autism realizing they'd missed out on loads of life connections. I was like, oh wow, this is really through the meta of a wizard going around old areas. I was like, fuck, this is really good. And then Delicious in Dungeon just managed to just be so interesting and new to me the whole way. I was like, oh man, this is lovely. And like, there's two types of way of drawing something. There's drawing something with a sharp corner or drawing something with a soft curve. And Delicious in Dungeon is in the soft curve territory, and it's just like, fuck, I love it. It's so comfortable. Free-ren. Yeah. Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer? What, do you have a license for those feelings, Got to scan your face if you got feelings. Bro, you just ruined Free-ren for me. Okseri hate it, man. But that's literally what the story is. It's somebody who's just ever so slightly emotionally matured with their on the spectrum disorder, looking back and experiencing similar situations and being able to use it as a framework for understanding how little they understood interactions with the people they grew up with. Eva, have a wonderful lurk. It's lovely to see you. I love you, Eva. Eva, think of me. John Carter. Yeah, I've got Ballerina, and I've got HD copies of Matrix and some other things. I will be making a fight compilation. I'm probably going to make like a pure 100% old school Shaw Brothers one, I think. I think I've got like Shaw Brothers movies. Like, do you remember when you got films? Do you remember when do you remember when movies downloaded at exactly 690 megabytes? Because that was the most amount of data you could burn onto a CD. So I've got like a lot of Shaw Brothers martial arts movies, but I think they might be like insanely low quality. But I'd still like to stick them together. .avi. Oh, sorry. Did I say Dragon Slayer? I thought you said Dragon Slayer. Yeah, no, my bad. I'm talking about Demon Slayer. I thought you were trying to guess, like, the band we were listening to. I was like, it's not... Yo, is this Dragon Slayer? Haven't heard them in years. All right. Joseph, how you doing, man? Welcome. So I am under a kerfuffle here. What I'm going to do is just remove all the color layers. And then we can just look at the lines real quick. And I'm going to hope that does something useful. Right. How many of these have I merged and how many? I do still have the separate copies. I'll hit record, but mostly what we're doing right now is just me trying to guesswork through this. So I'm not going to stress too much about including this footage. Anyway, happy weekend, guys. Like I was saying from the very start, happy weekend. How are your weekends? What are your... let me just fix this really quickly. At least this I know how to fix. How are your respective weekends? What are you up to? Ah, damn. I have merged it all onto one layer. Tits and wiggles. Alright, one sec. Oh, man. All the guys are in these mixed... Oh, no. I've got every individual person in a folder. Oh... I should have prepped this before going live, I'm going to be honest. This quite a long time ago I put this together. This is not a recent piece of work. I do need to somewhat decipher what I was hoping to do. Okay, so these are just for color flats. But they're not actually the line arts of the characters? Okay, that's good to know. Ah, and I've done a base layer. Yeah, Zane. Relax, man. We're just chilling. Yeah, thank you so much for bearing with. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of like feel my way through this. But I hope you're all having a gorgeous Friday. Learning to actually author DVDs, wild times. Author DVDs? Handbrake, let's go. Wait, is Handbrake another band? I remember getting like ISO files. What, ISO's something? An ISO is raw disk data, isn't it? I thought it was about undying immortal entities getting in touch with the filthy mortal short-lived races. Yeah, Xavier, you could read it. I mean, you can read it through whatever lens works for you. But it kind of struck me quite hard as being very particularly a elf magical framework to tell a very particular experience. Hey, Whoopi, how you doing? Yeah, burning stuff to DVDs that would actually play on a standard DVD player. Oh, damn! I don't know if I was that good. I think we could do that because my friend had like a funny DVD player from Europe. You could set intro scenes. Oh my god! Handbrake converted and burned them. You were one step ahead of me, Fenrir. I was burning 130 megabyte episodes of unofficially translated Datenbayo subs of Naruto. 3 to 5 episodes per, no, maybe 4 episodes per CD. And I went full tism. So I had like all of Naruto up until like the Shippuden break or something. And like for every CD I bought a load of those CD stickers, templates. And I was in Photoshop like screen grabbing different moments from the anime. So every fucking disc had a different Naruto image on the cover. Oh, what am I doing with that information? I did this for my rural friends who had no other way to get anime. Yeah, man, this is back when you got films from a Chinese guy at the pub. I remember ISOs because of the PSP. Namix, so do I, Namix. I cracked my PSP before the cracking software got better. So now you could just like factory reset it and run like a crack installer. In my day, before they did that better version, you had to trick the PSP into thinking it was like a dev copy. And you did that by opening up the microchip on the battery, and you had to, with a knife, you had to cut some of the connections coming out the microchip, and then with a 2B pencil, you had to draw a new, because it's like graphite, you had to draw a new connection to a different pin on the microchip, and then put it back in a battery and put the battery in a PSP, and then run the software. Super safe thing to do, by the way. Those PSP batteries would get so swollen. I'd be like, oh, it's probably because I fiddled with it. And it's just like so pregnant. Anyway. I have a laptop set aside specifically for handbrake purposes. Damn! Wait, is that code, Bill? Is that adult code? Are you still burning DVDs? In this economy? Some conversions took ages. This progressive, hey Milo, this progressive advert about the bleakness of life after graduation is so dystopian. It's trying to be funny and relatable, but it's depressing as hell. Oh, it's like seeing those billboard adverts that are just like, why are you still hiring people? Get AI now. Okay, so here's my sketch groups. Here's my floor layer. I actually, this is just one of those filter patterns you can do in Photoshop. Because I liked that it was like lots of flagstones. But in the anime, it's actually a very hard geometrical right angle thing. I just wanted the flagstones to kind of mix it up, but I might try to go pure. We'll see. Okay. So what I'm looking to do is literally just redraw these bits for the moment. And then on the character line art layers, maybe shrink them. Maybe. But I'll keep their line art separate and put them back into groups and shrink the groups. Seeing as we've already done all the colour stuff, I might not make them smaller. It might not be worth the effort this late in the thing, but I'm just trying to work this all out. Where are these dudes? Okay. So here's my actual people line arts. Wonderful. Okay, and is this and then... Okay, here's our structure. Here's the church, here's the steeple, open the doors, here are the people. We've got our structure layer and our Keep a line art layer separate. Do I have a separate structure layer? Okay, I'm going to duplicate these two. Sorry guys, that took just takes a while to work out what you were doing. And merge. So basically, in this scene, when all of this stuff is happening, it's all brown flagstone, grey-brown tones. But the rooftop tiles come in on a kind of like purple, mauve, like a mauve. And ideally, I'd like to get a bit of mauve in here. So if I make these guys smaller, and then it makes this whole business a bit further down here, I can sneak in some roof tiles. May or may not be worth it. I like the idea that there's like maybe a roof tile edge coming in here as well. Like she's proper like right above them on something. We'll see. So we've got to duplicate these ones. And I'm just going to go ahead and make them a bit smaller. This is like the reference making them smaller. I've still got to do it with all the folders later. Should I? I'm going to drag this all the way up here, above their character folders. And then I think I'm going to have to... Fuck, is it nudged already? Oh damn, she's not even on the same layer. Is this a different... this might be a different copy of my lines as well. Everyone's different levels have moved. Oh, I'm having a great time. Picking up DVDs at flea markets. Great way to populate a Plex server with movies you can't get on streaming. Oh, fuck yeah. There was I remember watching a Stuart Lee stand-up, and for his, like, set dressing, it was just other stand-ups DVDs. Because, like, you know, a decade ago, people would always buy stand-up comedians DVDs for, like, Father's Day and Christmas. And now they're so worthless, like, they go for pennies on Amazon and stuff. He just bought like a few thousand, and they're literally just a set, and he's just crunching his way over them. Rip it up and start again. I'm close. No, don't worry. We're good. Plex? I'm still using XBMC and Cody. Mikey, stop shrinkflation. I can't. I'm printing more waifus. But their internet value keeps going down. I don't know what's wrong. Oop, careful. Okay, I'm just going to turn off this layer and turn back on the line art layer at the top, just to make sure at least that lines up. Wait, I've got some of these on separate layers. Alright, not this guy. This is our all-in-one. Okay, so this one is all aligned. Alright, I'll just have to kind of cut it out a bit and then clean up the edges. It's obviously linked to all of this. So that's this layer. Okay. It is what it is. Let's duplicate it. Take it down here. Worry about this outline layer in a minute. Nope. This layer at least does not have the base. Wow, all this time Mikey's done nothing. Trust me, it's like doing in the research before I then actually do some work, just so that I understand if we're doing the work right. And we got there, we got there. It's just via building structures I've got to separate, I believe. Is there a thing in Photoshop where I can tell it that if I want to copy and paste something or cut something, if I've not made any other changes since the cut to paste command, I want the paste to paste into the same coordinates that it was cut from on a canvas? Because if you make a selection that's not the exact dimensions of a whole canvas, it centers the paste. I've also forgotten to do her club, so I'll take a step back anyway. But it's going. We're in the right direction. But let me just get this club in. Control Shift V. Control. Oh, so adding Shift. Control Shift V. I didn't even realize. So adding Shift locks it. Oh, spacebar. Spacebar. Let me just rub your shoulders, spacebar. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Control X. Wonderful. Control Shift V. Oh, spacebar. Ooh. Paste in place. I use it every hashtag paste in place. All fucking night long, mate. I'll rub your shoulders till the sun comes up. Thank you, dude. Sumi Io, heyo, how you doing? Happy weekend. Mikey, let's make a card game. Sorry, adorable. I'm afraid I'm not able to. Do I get a Chloe? Oh, you want a cloaca? A cheeky Chloe? Do you want an all-in-one spacebar? I don't provide that kind of service, dude. I can use Photoshop, but I can't spell. Yo, where does hot Chloe's at? Damn, alright, mate. You're of the avian persuasion, huh? Yeah, I know people like you. Oh, this layer also had that outline that I'd done. Useful in the world of outlining. Slightly not needed in my current desires. So for the moment, we're just gonna... So did Mikey do any artwork in the art stream? No, actually he just separated layers and deleted artwork he'd done already and called it progress. At the start of his stream, Mikey was just like, they need to release for Photoshop layer files, release for PS files. I want to see all the names on the PS list. I want to see all the layers. And then Mikey starts actually streaming Photoshop, and he's just like, look, Dad, nobody's interested in the Photoshop layers. The Photoshop layers aren't real. There is no Photoshop layer problem. Oh, look, I've released a load of Clip Studio Paint files from 40 years ago. Isn't that distracting? Nancy, hello there. Nancy, have I ever said you are such a gorgeous lady? How you doing, dude? Nancy, I'm having to remember what I was trying to do in a file where I've forgotten all the layers, and I'm having to now re-separate all my work to try to make changes to see if I can make it just a little bit better. If worse comes to worse, I'm literally just going to do the composition as it is, and I will be happy. It's just that I think I've seen an opportunity to make it like marginally better at the cost of hours of work. I can't. I'm like, Nancy, come into the ocean with me, Nancy. I love you. Nancy's just like, I can't swim. Happy birthday, Nancy. I can't swim. Nancy, you've got food poisoning. I'm so sorry. I would give up, merge and redraw. Ooh, we don't merge around here. Oh, I'm so sorry. What was the food? Who did it, Nancy? Who did it? Nancy was whistleblowing, and they put something in her drink. Something at home. Do you have one of those sandwiches in the fridge from Minority Report? No, it's kind of more my cooking, to be fair. Okay, wonderful. Mikey, well, those line art layers are separated. That thing you were talking about a lot. What now? Now we dance. Duplicate everything. What do you mean? Everything! Oh no, what is it in the film? Bring me everyone. Everyone! Does anybody know what movie that is? It's a movie as a kid I love and think is a great film. However, this was before Twitter was here to tell me what I couldn't enjoy. And there are people who love this movie, and there are people who think this movie promotes pedophilia. So you have to be very careful about conversations. Leon. Nuclear nose. Fucking, what's that guy's name? Not the French dude. Emmanuel Zorg. Dracula. The actor I fucking love. Gary Oldman. His name's Gary, old man. Alright, Fenrir, don't get personal. Leon the Professional. Yeah. Leon's really fucking good. However, I watched Leon when I was also as young as Natalie Portman was in the film. Which is something I have to bring up whenever I'm just like, oh man, I remember Leon. I remember falling in love with Natalie Portman in that movie. And people are just like, dude, wasn't she like 13? Dude. And I'm just like, yes, but I was 11 when I watched the film. So, like, let's calm down, shall we? The future is now, old man. Now is the winter of your discontent. One of my favourite movies when I was a kid was Cluedo. Damn, do you want to know something? I've not seen that. However, is it true that there are 2 cuts of that movie and they show different cuts in different cinema regions to like to increase discord? Airbud 2, everyone! Most of the stuff in my fridge has gone off. Damn, don't worry, Nancy, I'm still on you. Damn you, Nando's. Did you put Nando's in the fridge? Trying to help you, mate. Americans are like, what's a Nando? Yeah, so between Bill Nash and Fenrir, I've clearly been playing a lot of Dune as a bit of a mechanism to cope with stress. It's not been amazing. So it's been a very interesting week this week for me. Like no major concerns. It's just not been great. So I've just been really playing a lot of Dune. So when they announced that they were taking down the pentashield glitch that lets you put up really clean boxes, which by the way is my entire aesthetic for my base, I was like, they've gone too far. This is too much, man. I was so upset. I was atting people in their Discord. I'm like, dude, go to bed, dude. I was like, I was having such a tough time. Oh, I was too tempted to buy Nando's and I ordered it instead of... Ah, that makes wonderful sense. Nancy, you deserve Nando's. What are you working on at the moment when you're feeling better? What are you doing? I think so. The movie I saw had 3 endings in the one movie played back to back. So this was an idea that was actually brought up as a joke, but may genuinely be the future of cinema. Where they were like, when they just make these giant crowd pleaser movies, because nothing else makes money at the cinema anymore, they should make you fill out a questionnaire like on your cinema app before you go to the cinema, where it's just like, is your favorite character Thor or is your favorite character Daredevil? Do you like it when the bad guy has a point, or do you like it if there's good wholesome family values? And depending on your answers, you'll go to a slightly different edit of the movie. It will tell you what screening times are for the movie for you, because it's all just becoming, you know, customized theme park generation. You'll find out about the dude with the tall tower. Bill, I thought you were stating a fact for a minute. Whew. Let's shake off that energy. Let's shake that one out. I'm colouring the finalised pages of the comic. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm going to get a digital draft done by the end of August. So Nancy, the gorgeous fucking Nancy art music, is what we call a secret slut. And you guys know I love secret sluts. Secret sluts are people who are creative, and we wonderfully love encouraging that, but who also might stream, but don't fucking self-promote. So I'm actually unaware that they stream for ages. Nancy made partner a while ago. Nancy, we're Discord friends now, by the way. I found it. And she also live streams, and she has like webcomics and shit. So go give her a follow. Click 1 if you want Click 1 if you want Calculon to race to the action scene in a hover ferry. Press 2 if you want him to double check his taxes. Damn, you're right. Futurama, you know, Futurama came up with it first. But you know, it's another possibility. Gary Oldman is so fucking good. Okay, what film is this? What film is this? It is a Gary Oldman movie. Half of you have probably guessed already. What film is this quote from? My favourite. My favourite. What film is that? Yeah, Vanta knows. Vanta, how you doing, dude? Fifth Element. Vanta, you can go to the fridge, round the back. There's a can of Coke waiting for you, big guy. Good old-fashioned flamethrower. Net gun, my favourite. Best gun ever. We're going to be taking a look at cool tech guns, as well as cool swords and weapons, a little bit further down the line. But yeah, that's up there. When it comes to just fucking power trip tech weapons. And at that point, I will also magnanimously be very open-minded about modern day current gun tech and its wonderful range of innovations, which I welcome with open arms. Damn, Fenrir, I want to talk to you about fucking Predator sometime and Spider-Man versus Captain America. I should clarify. Oh, did I say partner? I'm so sorry. I got affiliate, not partner. Oh, my bad, dude. My bad. I need some food. Not all my brain cells are connecting. I'm gonna draw my own comic in the future that involves ghosts. When there's no more room in hell, the ghosts will walk the earth. Netflix has a patent on being able to live recut trailers based on who's watching it and what Netflix knows about their interests. I imagine this will come into a movie form at some point. Yeah, because I mean, eventually it won't even be about filling in a questionnaire. All our data is on a giant AI god database. It will just scrape our literal conversational history from our own private lives and just be like, oh, they'll be more receptive to this cut of the film than that cut of the film. When you eat your dinner, will you stab it extra hard for revenge? For you, Nancy. For you, I'll pursue blood. Individual matrix all live stream to your brain. Everybody will be online arguing about which version was the best one. Ah, everything the Matrix warned about us, now available in the format of the Matrix. Thank you, gonna do any work? Ah, no, I'm just enjoying catching up with you guys, I'm gonna be honest. Right, let's merge into a group. Sorry. New group. Now. Will everything scale in the new group? Or have I made a terrible mistake? Oh, that's not plugged into the right. Oh. Oh, fuck. Sorry, it's worded differently over the last couple years of Photoshop, I swear to God. It's new group from layers now, isn't it? I could have sworn that used to not say that. Thank you, no one cares. I care. Nicholas, not your bad. My bad. You're doing oh man, who here in chat has reference sheets for any of their projects? Like, do you guys have character reference sheets that you've made specifically just as a regular solid reference point for your own OCs or your own design work? I've been asked many times to actually lock down reference sheets for my OCs, but I've still not done it. Sexy Ghosts, that's a film, but one where the guy ruins that girl's pottery. That used to really fuck me off because my mum was a potter, and sitting there throwing clay and having someone just be like, oh, I'm so sexy, and then just fuck up your creative project really rubs me the wrong way. Yo, Uto's organised. Nancy's just like, no, I'm an artist, darling. I just flow. Whoopi's like me. Yeah, I'm working on it. Nicholas posted on Insta. Hey. One quick memento. Baby. Sorry, checking some messages. Henry, have a lovely afternoon, dude. Look after the rest of your Friday, big man. Yeah, so my every time I've drawn them differently. Okay, I like tucking it in a bit. How much or how little? We'll see. We still need to we still have to move things around a bit for sure. I make those guys a little bit smaller, and I'm gonna kind of need to go from the sketch on the structure, and then we'll tuck like the people into where they need to be later. So I separated out that layer as well, didn't I? I think I've got it somewhere. This is where you want Clip Studio Paint's perspective tools. We might go into Clip. Again, it's not going to be a productive stream because it'll be me live learning again how to use those tools. But it might suit my needs really quickly for one layer. This kind of works. Where are we going with this? Is it here? Is this where it's all going? Somewhere off canvas? It's a problem if it seems like it tucks in that claw. But if I put any roof over here, it's super narrow. These arches are pretty near the rooftop. Really flatten this vibe. Oh, is this why I push them up? Okay, guys, I'm sort of slowly deciphering my decision making. It might be that I pushed it all up so that it didn't interfere with the lead curve side of the face. That might be what it's all about, actually. Again, I'm not too worried about it being perfectly accurate, but these columns are also a good few floors tall. What if I kept the roof here, but just made them disappear?
He must be a Fremen, or in with them. He's studying us.
Yo! Yo, Beyond the Box Art! Welcome on in. Hello there, guys. Welcome. Good evening, happy Friday. How are you? Guys, we just got raided by Beyond the Box Art with their crew, including Bagiga. Have I said that correctly? Hello there, how are you doing? Beyond the Box themselves, Mad Cat in a Box, Darkroom Minis, Aphelion 171. Hello there, guys, how you doing? Yes, we are doing Dungeon Maze Sheet. However, I'm going to be honest, this is a really dull art stream in that I worked on this months ago, and then I wanted to make some changes, and I've spent the whole stream, what layer are we on? We're over 100 layers, and I've spent the whole stream just working out what's on one layer, so I need to know where to group different characters to then just try nudging them ever so slightly and changing some shapes. So it's like finding a lost relic and having to translate it. I'm like Indiana Jones, but instead of it a temple, it's like I'm revisiting my uni dorm. Sweet cheeks, bro! Right back at you, Dark. I've seen your OnlyFans. How you doing? Perhaps if you labeled the layers? Come on now. No. We don't do that here. Oh, it's Mini Mad Cat. Mini Mad Cat Dev, how you doing? You're now beyond the box. Imagine an art stream with Photoshop, drawing cool characters and stuff. Now close your eyes and welcome to Beyond the Box. Imagine a creepy finger, or a chicken with 3 wings. I am. My OnlyFans is an acquired taste. Yeah, I can't access it anymore. I live in the UK. Yeah, hi guys. Yeah, so welcome. Yes, this is some Dungeon Maze fan art. I wanted to do Farlin for a while over the shoulder. So I had the idea ages ago, and I had to wait until I was just like had more mental headspace to actually work out a composition I liked. And now I'm undoing all that goodwill by slightly reworking it and getting closer and closer to being like, you know what, I think I liked the way it was, but it's just a couple other changes, including Das Handy. Oh, my lights have changed. Pyong Gomu Gomu, lovely to see you. Hello, hello. How you doing? Am I not live anymore? I've just noticed my stream manager just has a picture of my I'm not online screen. Maybe if I reset it. I think I'm here. Seems like you're still live. Liar! Thanks, but you can't tell because of the door. Oh wow, she finally worked that out, huh? You are still here. There needs to be a horror movie about metaphysical existential dread, reinforced by a live stream chat that may or may not exist. You're as here as we are, Mikey. And we've been dead for years. And it'll be like, has anybody seen this movie? Does anybody know what horror movie this is? Oh yeah, we're having a house party. I got this at the party. Ka-dunk. And it's just a handshake hand. and then people shake the hand, and it's like a metaphor for drug abuse. And then at the end, she's one of the handshake people. It's like that, but every person in chat is actually, like, it's actually a horror story. Every member of my live stream chat is actually a dead former live streamer, and I'm just another step on the curse. And eventually we'll go raid someone else and I'll be dead, and I'll just be another member of their chat. Talk to me! That sounds about right. And it's the hand's covered in scribbles, and yeah, and then there's like dead people. We all gloat down here. So there are a couple things that I wanted to experiment with. I don't think we're going to get much done today, seeing as I started stream thinking I knew what was going on, and it turns out I have literally lost a day, probably from stress. And then, like, I'm not even kidding. And then now I have to re-educate myself on my Photoshop plans. So, the reference I was using for an over-the-shoulder hottie, I think they were wearing like a really big busty sports bra situation. Good on them. Can I make this higher? So, I'm actually working on a white layer. I'm not going to let it get to me. One quick sec. So the two things I wanted to investigate, technically three, are: would this activate even more neurons? If instead of going over in what looks like a supported boob shape, we hung out instead? I mean, that's all I'm really here for. What if you and me hung out sometime, Nancy? So instead, what if we just hung down and then torpedoed? They don't have to be as big. And they both torpedoed off, you know, in slightly different directions. The other thing I want to experiment with is I've got this hand going down here, because it's just putting that there keeps it out of the way of the rest of the characters. But when I was sketching, the kind of idea was that either up here. So basically, like, I wanted it to have the energy as if, like, you've just caught a cat with, like, a mouse in its mouth or something. I sort of let that idea go, but that was what I was initially thinking. Like if she was holding one of them up, already dead. Like in the anime, but from this angle. Or if she was doing it with the near arm, but lower, so it didn't get in the way of the body. And the only reason why I didn't go for that is because it was interfering a tiny bit with where her chicken foot is. But in reality, Ukraine nomad, how you doing, man? But in reality, Mikey, you never started streaming. You're just dreaming because you forgot to take your pills. And none of us exists. The only real person in the dream is you. Do you know what? At least I still exist. We're all just the fruits of your imagination. Mate, I'll take what I can get. In this economy, you get Ukraine nomad, I'll take a fruit of my imagination. Honestly, though, I know that you guys are real, because if I was going to make somebody up, I would definitely come up with some cooler people than all of this. At least my imagination has standards. No, you guys definitely exist. What's a check? Take a sip. Oh, I'm getting double D'd. Oh, there was a click. A lumbar. Oh, I never got in touch with the chair people about my... Yeah, sorry, I can't actually do much rolling my neck. I've just remembered. I actually pulled a muscle in it. Oh, I did not enjoy doing that just now. Holy shit. Anyway, thank you. Experimenting in Space Engineers 2, new building system. Oh, dope. I zoned out, but you can make anything as big as you want if you get me a back brace. Wait, Nancy, is this your way of telling me you'll enter into a relationship if it involves you getting taken to, I don't know, where do people go? Like Turkey or America? You're just like, you can put some 1500 cc's in me as long as you take me out to dinner and pay for it. Is that what you're telling me, Nancy? I just need to get you some support to go with it. Damn. Are we maybe just bots? That's too scary and too real now. I've noticed that, so as you know, there's two types of hot girl on Twitter. The ones who are hot, and then the other ones who might also be hot or not, but who hyper aggressively reply on hotties posts with their own far too adult content for somebody who's just scrolling. Maybe that law change wasn't such a bad... The way they implemented it is horrible, but the actual idea behind the law is quite understandable. And now people are replying to hotties posts on Twitter, and it's just like, that's not even a real person. It's just like an AI generated woman. And they're still there with all the links to all the things and all the ways you can donate to them. And like, it's just like, and there's like, they'll have Instagram videos where they're walking around and jiggling, and you're just like, oh my god, that's AI! No, oh my god! You're not even donating to a real person now. This is what I get for zoning out. I'm an artist's trophy wife. More than just a trophy to me, Nancy, but also a trophy. I would show you off at every opportunity. See, I want a corpse. I kind of want a corpse. I also really like the foot and don't want to move the foot. How do we reconcile this? I don't want like something geeky. Like, I don't want the foot also grabbing it along with the hand. No, because twisting it, like, if it was grabbing it like that, yes. But twisting it to match the column of the torso, it stops being a chicken foot after that. Dragon cockatrice combo. Chimera. Chimera is the name of the dangerous disease in Mission Impossible 2. Does anybody remember the name of the cure? Blade Runner has become real. No, 1984 has become real. I can't be taken to Turkey. Everything is already big enough. Nancy, that sounds like the kind of thing you have to prove to me in a DM. Once, like, you feel really comfortable talking to me in a safe space. Oh, Brewmaster! Brewmaster, can of Coke, can of Coke. It is Bellerophon. There's no reason I asked that question, other than I remember the answer. He injects himself with Bellerophon. Have you watched the new Mission Impossible? I have. Now, with no spoilers for the new Mission Impossible movie, Dead Reckoning Part 2. But what did you guys think overall? I don't wear overalls, Mikey. The day I don't need to log into the HMRC because they already know it's me is the day I'll get worried. Imagine your taxes being linked with your porn history on a single government AI database that's scraping Facebook for your address. Ah, okie dokie. What I want to do is, because obviously that AI thing that scans your face, a lot of them also want ID, but the ones that only scan your face are quite easy to get past. I want to take the video footage of the guy who goes, please don't use VPNs. Every time you use a VPN, it puts a child in danger. That dude. I want to just, like, literally freeze his video and just drag him mid-conversation from closed to open mouth with the slider and see if I can use him to unlock adult access and send it to him. Oh, I'm going to look at some real dirty shit under your face with your face on it now. I like the fact they finally used the plot hole in Mission Impossible 3 for the new one. Do you know what, Alf? I kinda don't. I kinda don't. And that is because, well, I don't really think it was a plot hole as much as they were kind of lampshading their own movie. They were like, you don't care what the MacGuffin is, and it's not important. Just know that there is a MacGuffin. The whole point of the movie is the action to get it and the cost of getting it. So I kind of like that. I wouldn't call it a plot hole. I know what you're getting at, though, dude. I'm not trying to correct you or anything. But the last James Bond Spectre movie left a bad taste in my mouth for people trying to post-rationalize a universe continuity of films that have separate isolated adventures. I've just used up every word I know saying that. Hey, Triple J, how you doing, man? Right? Triple J, welcome on him. Sorry. Once I was like, oh wow, thank you very much for the raid, and then they were like, oh, it's Mini Mad Cat Dev. I was just like, oh, okay, mate, lovely to see you. Sit down. Mini Mad Cat, is there anything that you wanted to share, or anything that we could take a look at? Thank you so much for that raid. Oh, do you have a license for all those words, Gavler? I think it's plus good, not double plus good, though. I want to draw somebody dead and dangling. Dracula dead and loving it. But also I need to make sure that, like, whatever weird vanishing point foreshortening I've got matches this as well. Yeah, I am actually going to grope around with this idea a little bit more offline. More than anything. So although you may think this has been a very unproductive evening of art, this has warmed my brain back up into what I'm trying to do with this piece. Not that I'm stopping or anything. I'm just arguing. I'm just arguing for myself. You don't get it, guys. This is actually really good. I always think you're productive. I sometimes think you're a product of my fantasies. Gorgeous, creative London hottie. Too good to be true. Oh, hey, Tommy. How you doing, man? Hello, Mikey, and moderators and community. A great big thank you to my moderators. They make all of this possible. He's looking at the layers, but he's thinking about the spice. Yeah, but Bachuga, you don't even know. Bachuga, like, fuck Nikkei dailies. I know right now, Bachuga, that my water cisterns have started filling up really nicely because I put the long-term filters into them and I put another corpse in before lunch. So I'm just like, we're coming up to me logging in really quickly and just turning on the refinery again and like turning on the spice again. I am thinking about the spice. Spice sand. I'm doing more Zenless Zone Zero. Damn, I can't believe I haven't even put it in Steam. Was it you that made me download the Wuthering Waves? I still haven't even opened that, dude. Let alone, what was the one we were going to look at? Brown Dust 2. Is Brown Dust 2 streamable? Is that like on the stream safe list? Oh, fuck. Go on then. If you're in the area, Bill, if you wouldn't mind, I got a shitload more spice. So, yeah, just, if there's more water in the vibe, chuck a body in the bag and, turn on that spice refinery for me. I love you. Cheers. That's me texting Bill, coming home late, babe. Can you preheat the oven? I thought one was Zen. So Zenless Zone Zero, Woo Wisdom, Brown Dust 2. There's some Spicy 7 TV emotes of Brown Dust. So, because I remember they had the lady who is an animation where she sort of spanks and grabs her bum, and she's wearing like horse riding kit. And I was like, oh damn, I need to check out that game. And since then, I think they've done a version of her that's like swimsuit or something, and it's like, oh, what's that called? Sorry, Woo. I'm talking about another Woo game that's like a waifu combat game. But also, hey, sorry, I didn't realize I was also dragging you out of lurk. Hope you're having a lovely day. If police look at all those phrases outside of the context of Dune, it'd be hilarious. I'm reloading Cobalt. Cobalt? I'll pop out in a bit. Cheers, babe. So I'm just looking at some references. What am I going to do with this arm? I guess I'm just reliving the same series of questions that got me to where I was in a competition before. Just let the people be bigger, put them back. I'm definitely going to change the boobs at least a little bit. I'm really in a kind of torpedo mindset at the moment. Buddy, I'd laugh. Yeah, I started another YouTube channel dedicated to me playing Triple Z. Helping new players, free-to-play stuff, good characters and accounts. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Mate, diversify your hobbies. Every hobby deserves a YouTube channel to make it tax deductible. Good lad. Oh, Vilheimer. Is that her name now? Hmm. Right. Honestly, I need to sit down with this and have a real think. Maybe also sort my layers. Should we just do some loose sketching before we do something else? It'd be a shame to put my tablet away after doing so little. But I've realized like, oh, this isn't quite stream ready. Stream ready is when it's like I kind of know what I need to do so I can do it and talk to you guys. This is like sit and change stuff and have a think stuff still. Which is no shade. But let's just get a blank canvas up. Oh damn. She's still saved on the portrait canvas. Right, let's just delete all this. We finished our dumpy elf maiden long, long ago. But, I obviously still left all the data. Oh, I've not put her in Discord. So tonight I'm going to put the elf maiden in Discord. She's been sent to the patrons. So if you are subbed to the channel, you'll be getting all that goodness. Is anybody friends with me on Twitter? I have to be following you back, unfortunately. But if I follow any of you guys on Twitter, could you just literally just send me a message, just send me a DM. It just says Discord, and I'll be like, yeah. Just tell me to Discord the elf or something. I'd appreciate it. I'm sad I'm not going to see your streams as often. On Monday, I got another internship. Said that weird, didn't I? I got another internship, and I have to travel so freaking far. Triple J, I don't want you to dox yourself, but where from, where to? And what's the internship for? And also, hey, I'm really pleased to hear it, dude. So Mega Mini says tax evasion. No, tax evasion is illegal. Tax avoidance is a common legal accounting practice. But mine's not even tax avoidance. It is tax deductible. Alright. I have just a random folder full of uncategorized reference images that I thought were cool. I'm going to open this folder and see if I can just draw some random shit. And where did you put that folder, Mikey? Shh, shh, shh. This pencil brush is good for pencil. I might still need a different sketching brush. Like some sort of rhino tune around, probably. Or similar. Yeah, this is gonna suck. Until it's warmed up. That's okay. First. from South Trinidad, and I have to travel to the north. The bus picks you up at 4:45 in the morning. Ooh! And you get back home at about 6 or 7 p.m. depending on traffic. I wish you the warmest with that, dude. That is a commit. But we've all gone through those phases where we just have to tank our lives for the sake of work. But I hope this is really productive for you. Tommy, thank you very much for the hello. Have yourself a wonderful day. GG on the new channel. Hope it goes smoothly. Banger. Just an aging drummer boy, and in the wars I used to play, I bounced a tune to many a talking session. I am a white criminal, and I'm fading away. Father, please hear my confession. Invented memories, they burn all the books. The man's too big, the man's too strong. Hey, petite Alex. Batisparta, hey dudes. Yeah, guys, so basically we welcome on in. Sorry if I miss anything. We opened up an old file of an idea that I've finally now got an opportunity to crack on for Delicious and Dungeon. Wonderful. It turned out to be, actually I have to still make some decisions in my own, like, uninterrupted headspace as to exactly how I'm gonna like just format a few bits of it, which is fine. But it also just means that, okay, well, I'll go back to it later. So as for right now, sod it, we'll just chill out. So I'm literally just looking at random pictures, just seeing if any of it makes me want to doodle. How do you guys do? Ball. Man's too strong. Petite, I just finished drawing this morning. Starting another project. It's a good day. Ooh. So when I finish something, I ride that high and then I stop working. You ride that high and go on to the next piece. Alright. You've actually got your life under control, Petite. Nice one. GG. Any thoughts on Battlefield 6? I've not seen the trailer. I have heard that they've reintroduced loadouts instead of like kind of pre-decked characters or something, which is apparently a step in the right direction. I'm paraphrasing somebody from chat earlier. personal OC for a story that I've been working on for years. It's finally clicking and knocking. Oh, it's a good place to be. That is a nice spot. Yo, Ayatollah, much love to the mods. How's your day been going, dude? How's your Friday been going? I send the vibes. I finally figured out the shape. Making the nose of this ship took 1.5 hours. Oh god. Don't ships have like a weird thing for stability or something? Or like it makes a better bow? Where ships don't go like this at the front anymore. Anchor for reference. But aren't like big ships like really weird? They go like this. And then basically it's like a boat on top of a torpedo. Or something. So like it cuts through the water, but also it kind of locks them into the water. Spaceship. Oh, sorry. Oh, ignore me. No, Mikey. Okay. As devs crack me up. The next game might just be 18 plus. Oh, does this feel John Wicky to you? Wait, what devs? What devs for what game are we talking about? Oh, damn. Got some pasty blasties here. One sec. Went a bit funky. Brown dust. Yeah, so I mean this is exactly what we were talking about the other day, is that as hot as it is, and by the way, if that turns out to be more profitable, I will pursue it. But as hot as it is, like, the trick is to not quite go that deep, right? Your audience is going to already do it for you. Like, you want your app ideally on an app store, and that's really tough for waifu gacha. They're all bowing down to Visa. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, it's like it's only going to get worse. It's like if you try to make like a sexy app or an app with good waifus, do you just give up from the start and just be like, okay, you're gonna have to download this app for free outside of Steam and outside of stuff? Or do you make it past like the benchmark for App Store stuff? Ideally, you want it to be something somebody can stream, right? As a bare minimum. It's always about money. Yeah, man. It's first banks. They got that control. I used to work in that industry. They wish. Used to. Hmm. The cost of compliance of various regulations are higher with adult content. Interesting. It's very interesting when like you're doing something that's just as legal as something else, and yet it's a begrudging like banking system around it where you're just like, oh my god, like why is this unusually difficult for me? Why am I dealing with the opinions of a company? Can anybody name what boss this is from what video game? Can I quote to anyone who knows what this is that we're listening to, by the way, not what I'm drawing. No, adorable. Casket. A coffin. Yeah. Woo Wisdom. Can you name the boss? Woo Wisdom, this is Breath of the Wild. You got a good ear. I say boss, I mean dungeon, don't I? I don't have a name. One of the Divine Beasts, yeah, ritar. You'll still get a can of Coke just for getting that far. Back in the fridge, mate. Oh, my coccyx. Holy shit. Oh, that was not some good posture. That's one of those ones where you only realise how bad it is when you come out of it. That sentence works for both relationships and chair advice. Wu Chang! Brain rot, do you want Wu Chang? Oh, sorry, it still says chicken lady. Brain rot, we were having a look at a test piece for Delicious in Dungeon. Or Falin. There is a layer that actually has more line art than this. But I've realised basically I've got to really think about it. So I'm going to do that offline. I'm not going to like try to solve the problems here. And also I hadn't actually drawn in a while. So I thought now I'll just look at random pictures and do really shitty little sketches for a bit before we call it. Am I still playing Wu Chang? We should do some Wu Chang fan art, I think. I feel like that will probably satisfy me more than playing it. I need to get some screenshots from when I had the really good outfit. And we'll go from there. Counterpoint, Earth is amazing. It's people that suck. It is. So it's not Facebook you hate. It's, well, it is now because Facebook is actually a fucking advert nightmare. I had no idea how bad it was till I logged back in after like almost a decade. But the old saying was that it's not Facebook you hate. It's realizing how awful the opinions of people you work with are. That's like wearing you out. It's watching people that you thought were intelligent get angry and retweet every Christmas a post about Muslims trying to ban the word Santa Claus or something. And that we can't call it Christmas dinner anymore. We have to call it festive dinner. And it's like, oh, Tesco have removed the word Christmas from their packaging. Repost if you're angry and you think this is wrong for Britain. And everyone's like, oh, I'm so angry. And nobody's just like, yeah, that's bullshit, man. I worked for a company that was in one of these sort of bullshit tweets, and a colleague from that company retweeted this angry thing, and I was like, you fucking work here. Did it occur to you to even check our website if that was actually true? She's like, oh yeah. But it sounds right, doesn't it? One of my favourite arguments is it's wrong, but the fact that I thought it right says a lot about the state of today, doesn't it? No, it says a lot about you. Where are you going with this? Isn't that what's really important? No. Two-thirds of the people now online are bots. Yeah, isn't there something like isn't it something like I can't quite remember what it was, but like there's more people on Twitter now than people who have phones and computers in the world. Is that what dead internet theory is, by the way? That now, like, people are selling ad space to people who don't exist, to artificial audiences that aren't there to consume the advert. And it's like a false, like, circling economy.
Got the right idea.
I heard all sorts of bad things. Also, hello. Also, thank you for the follow. Also, sorry an ad break's coming in. Also, happy Friday. I thought it was Wednesday. I have lost time. So please excuse me if I'm just like, oh, what happened, man? Used to know time, man. What happened? Isn't that right, Matrix? Wrong. You quit your job, that's what happened. Yeah. You drawing on a background, people? Yeah, I'm just, I like, I'm sort of like, I've realized, I'm not gonna quite make the progress I thought I was gonna do today on the piece. So before I leave, I might as well just chill out and do some sketching. We're just vibing now. Lovely to have you. But at least the proof is in the pudding. That another piece does exist. I've not been sitting on my laurels. I've just been ill. Escalades. Is that what it's called? The speech when Martin Luther got assassinated. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther was a Catholic advisor to King Henry VIII, who didn't allow him to get pardoned to divorce one of his wives. And that's what caused... And then he got another guy to lie about him so he could be killed. And that's what caused King Henry to split the Catholic Church into the Protestant line. I think that's who Martin Luther is. But this is the speech from Martin Luther King? This is Martin Luther King. No. This is also Martin Luther. This is Prince. This is a speech from when Prince died. Yeah. So that was Martin Luther King. But Martin Luther is a completely different historical figure. Henry was like, this is what I call a pro gamer move. King Henry's like, you're about to see something real special. What's everybody's favourite political document? I know what the Americans are going to be like. Constitution. Mine's for Magna Carta. Go back and watch Tudors. Oh, I've not seen it. For Mikey Charter. Oh, I like it. The Magna Carta. We'll have to jiggle the title a bit, but I think we might be onto something. The Mega Carta. I can't remember. Was it one of you guys? I think it might have been Pixie who got the Latin for me. The Latin for the Megaverse crest. It was like small in height, small in height, large in ignorance. Ignis Grandis or something. Ignoris Grandis. Magna Carta is Mikey's favourite. Correct. Incorrect. Declaration of Independence is better than US Constitution. Oh shit. Puff pastries like the Constitution. Oh, never mind. No kings above the law. I would have actually said Magna Carta as well. Fenrir, my boy! You Americans know that I do actually quite like your Constitution. I've said it before. I am quite fond of the Constitution for somebody who's bows to the Queen. Don't you mean the King? Nah. I'm a Lizzie loyalist. Disagree. The Declaration is just a state-to-state document. The Constitution is what is actually for the citizen. For the people, by the people. The slabs of Hammurabi. Bill Nash, are the slabs of Hammurabi those clay receipts? And it's like, it's notes of people complaining about the quality of the bricks they bought and stuff. I miss Lizzie. She was so cool. Remember when she cut that cake with the giant knife? When she used a saber the wrong way round as a lever action. I miss the Queen Mother. Do you remember when she broke that swan's neck in front of the press or whatever? They're out hunting. Oh no, it's a pheasant. They're out hunting. The queen mum just grabbed a pheasant. It was just like... Everyone's like, wow. It was all downhill after that. Lizzie was a boss. Yeah, she was. I mean, she did also try to funnel emergency funding through COVID, aimed at poor houses and people who couldn't afford to pay their heating bills. She did try to funnel some of that money into heating Westminster Palace, where she lived, instead of paying for it themselves, and had to have it explained to her, but it might look bad. That was very good. All that emergency funding. When she wanted to keep more of her halls warm. Always loved her for that one. They're very down to earth, that lot. Do you mean the Windsors? Yeah, the Germans. No, come on, let's not. Just heat one room. Nobody's perfect. Heaven starts, you're right. Nobody's perfect. Me especially. Heaven starts just like, don't let that shit poison you, Mikey. Move on. A palace needs heating as well. The declaration is common men telling a ruler to get bent. That's why I like it. Also says people should revolt if the government makes people unhappy. That's pretty hot. I started your spice rack, reloaded your wind traps, and put another corpse on a Barbie. Oh, babe, thank you so much. For a minute, as I was reading that, I thought you were referencing There Will Be Blood. I had no idea why, but I read that as, I start your spice rack. As in, I drink your milkshake. I was like, oh, fuck, Bill's coming in hot. No, it's all in my head. I start your spice rack. How much cargo can that carry a haul? It can carry... We worked it out. Two and a half. It can carry 1,000... No, it can carry 6,666 spice sand. Exactly in the... Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of the assault. The hauler has no cargo. The giant carrier is literally... It's a load of seats, and there's no cargo pod options. It's just that and the grabber. What I do for Jasmium is I just literally pick up my entire buggy and take it out there now. And then just take it all the way back. Yeah, its only real function is for harvesting. An African or European carrier? Oh, I don't know. What? Well done, Heaven Start. That's good. I like that. Well, I'm the king. It's my duty to know these things. How much cargo can Mikey carry? Oh, let's just say I've shuffled some junk in the trunk before. That's not bedroom talk. Junk in the trunk, you say? Everything Mikey says is bedroom talk. Only when you're here, Nancy. Mikey has a huge dumpster. It's called Booty, thank you very much. And it's only gonna get. I was like, I'll trim it down, but I was like, actually no. If I do loads of squats, it's only gonna get more robust. Nancy, I'm so sorry you're feeling so garbage. Wait, I come back and suddenly Mikey isn't talking sexily. Oh, Pixie ruined it. I called off. You got me all warmed up, and then I spent too long in the bedroom, Pixie. You're like, I'll be right in, babe. How was your drive, by the way? Home nice and safe? Question mark? I'm hoping it means I've narrowly missed something stupid at work that makes it worth it. Yeah, man, if you just come in like to work after you're better and everyone's just, you're just like, oh, where's Denise? You know Denise, the one who's like a passive aggressive bitch. You know Denise, the one who like at the house party was like, oh wow, you have a really nervous energy. And it's just like, who the fuck are you to say that to a stranger? Anyway, you go into work and you're just like, oh, what happened to Denise? And like somebody's crying in a corner and they're just like, oh my god, you were sick, so you missed it. There was an active shooter. And then you can just be like, fuck yeah. Good lord, don't look at me, it was your idea. I told you I'd be gone. You have really nervous energy. Thanks. I'll just commit several crimes. I remember somebody saying that they were at a house party where a girl told them that once. And I remember it just stuck with me. I was just like, wow. Like somebody they'd never met before after they'd been chatting for a bit. And apparently she just said, you have a really nervous energy. It's like, what the fuck do you expect to get out of saying that to a stranger? What a weird cunty thing to say. My car almost got stuck in a ditch avoiding a cement mixer. Oh shit. How are your rims? Mikey, if you have GOG, check their Twitter. There's a fun surprise for you. Get ready for a big surprise. GOG. Games on something. GOG is for one that does video games like Steam, I think. Could you, if I give you a permit, could you just link their Twitter for me, Sleepy? Would that be okay? Sleepy? Good old game. Is that what it's called? Is that what GOG is? I'm aware of GOG, Humble Bundle, and Steam. Oh, also Epic Launcher. I know words. I don't sort of know the depth of the depth of his online terminology. They're giving out free prawns. Whoa! Open a new tab. "13 games are now available for free for 48 hours.
Very cool, way to go.
Fascinating. So more censorship has been delisting, forcing video games to delist. We believe if a game is legal and responsibly made, players should be able to enjoy it today and for decades more. When games are delisted because of discomfort, reviving them tomorrow becomes exponentially harder. Has this got... Fucking hell. Awesome. Has this got anything to do with the... What was it? Hashtag stop killing video games? Is that anything to do with that conversation? No, that's different. Okay. Damn, I almost understood the internet for a second. No, Mikey. And I don't care if I'm cool. And that's what makes me cool. Right, kids? MasterCard and Visa said no more porn. Oh, for platforms selling video games that take MasterCard and Visa payments. That is wild. And like that's not like a keeping kids safe sort of thing. That is just fighting back against the recent self-autonomy of female adult content creators and other things. It's like I don't know the details of what makes this a problem and what doesn't make it a problem, but I almost just get this weird feeling that there's just like some real cabal of very old school people who are just like, all right, these ladies have to stop being in control of their own sexual porn sales. It was okay when it was a male-led studio that put them at possible risk. But now that they're doing it for themselves and they're becoming millionaires from it, we have to stop it. And I'm just like, why are we taking these stances? Why are they so against it again? Like, what's the official argument? It's for Karens in Australia. Oh wait, did this only happen in Australia or is this worldwide? Kids are stumbling into porn video games that they have to buy specifically. It's worldwide. It was a campaign in Australia that did it to not sell adult-themed video games on GOG. Is this like GOG and Steam, or where they just like there shouldn't be adult video games in general? Steam, itch, and GOG is the one that didn't bend the knee. Good for GOG! Good for you, father. Good for you. Honestly, though, it's just like, oh, what is going on at the moment? Actually, by the way, I would be fascinated with nothing but pure fascination. Is there anybody in chat? Don't tell me your age or any shit like that. But is there anybody in chat right now who's got kids? Who actually is kind of like, this actually does make sense to me, and I'm kind of happy it's happening. Because all of my opinions and all of my reactions are the opinions and reactions of a single adult man with no children. I'm just like, they're taking my porn. How dare they? And like, actually maybe the wider response is, well, actually, we need to start clearly separating platforms that sell video games to everyone, including minors, and make that a separate entity to platforms that also sell adult content. Like, because I'm just like, this is mental. Why is all this weird stuff happening? And then I'm just like, or is it? Or is it just mental to me? Because I'm very used to just like searching whatever I want at a finger touch, and I'm actually like maybe not quite in touch with genuine concerns. I'm just like, it's a giant conspiracy to put all of us on a database. I mean, I do actually believe that, by the way, but like, maybe it just really doesn't feel that way at all to a huge amount of people. Most of the people I know in the UK have kids. We're giving them access to condoms as they entered high school. Oh, yeah. Condom availability is super fucking important. Hell no, you couldn't pay me enough. Nancy, you just say all the right fucking things. Holy shit. Oh, wrong button. So, I have Control-T'd to transform whilst accidentally on the wrong computer, because I've got a little switching button. Oh, you can't see it. To switch keyboards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 times this evening, because I have 15 new tabs open next to Twitch. One sec. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Pearl clutching is not a valid system of government. Are fucking men! It's just a control of people. I tend to find that people demanding that government do more to protect their children are also the kinds of parents who won't be firm or speak to their children like actual people, expecting teachers and others to teach their kids. So, I mean, like, I don't know that for a fact, but I like the sound of it in an argument. So I'm like, even then I'm like, and obviously literally you're talking about your experience. So I'm not like devalidating that at all. But like, I like sort of, I have to stop and question all of the things that I like to say now with these sorts of arguments, because I'm just like, is that the case? Or does it just like feel like the case to me? Because like, where am I getting that feeling from? Like, can I blame these weird changes I don't like on parents trying to divorce themselves from responsibility regarding important topics? I mean, it feels like that's it. Censorship is bad 100% of the time. So puff pastry, like, and by the way, again, I'm as long as we don't go too deep down this rabbit hole and all get miserable, like, I mean, that's a fascinating thing, but like, I don't believe that. Pretty much every act of censorship to affect what I do, I have hated, but I certainly wouldn't say that all censorship is bad at all. Oh, a fucking men as in amen. I thought like I thought pearl clutching is not a valid system of government. I thought Fenrir was like referencing like a show or a joke where it cuts to like a woman with a handbag and she's just like, is that a fucking men? We need to stop them immediately. No, you're just like, fucking amen. Got it. I thought it was like an in-joke to a show I'd not seen. Because, like, you know, like that whole, like, shit where it's just like, you know, somebody's got a water bottle and then there's a police officer just like, is that a weapon? Is that a fucking weapon? And then they'll, like, really shoot happy. There's one of those from, an animator I follow called Film Cow, and there's one that's like, the mystery of the missing emerald. Ah, my journey, and it's like an elephant detective. He's like, my journey took us back to the place we began, Rockefort Estate, and the missing emerald was behind the painting all the time. And the security guard comes and he's just like, is that a weapon? Because he's got a magnifying glass. Is that a fucking weapon? Blah, 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 blah. I defended myself. It's very random. But I immediately thought that was the energy. Madam, there's adult content on a website. A man is accessing it. A fucking men? Is that a men? Disgusting. I'll take both. I'll let your head cannon. Just... right, I need a wee. It's 11:45. I have literally lost a day of a week. And I suppose I should stream at least once more this weekend. So it'll be tomorrow or the day after. But I'm going to call it for tonight. And have that wee I was talking about moments ago. Guys, thank you very much for vibing. Much love to the mods for all their hard work. The subs and the resubs. The bitties, the lurkers, the workers, the jerkers, anyone who just pops in and says hello. Warmest wishes. Thank you to the raiders. Thank you to the old school comedians like the Adam Sandlers and James Spaders. James not so much. Aaron, have a good one. Ah, Nancy, I do actually have some post at my door now. I'll have a quick look through it. I would absolutely tell you, Nancy. No secrets between us, babe. I'll have a look after stream. I mean, honestly, it just looked like flyers, but I haven't gone through it. Guys, have yourself a wonderful evening. Don't hate me if I don't raid. The reason why is because even though I am still right now drawing, because my hands want to, I am like shaking in my seat. That's how much I really need to go and wee. So I'm just gonna make that my whole vibe for like the next minute or two for tonight. But you guys are brilliant. So I recommend go check out another art streamer and send them some love. But I'll let you guys pick who that is. And I will see you tomorrow or the day after. Follow me on Twitter or Discord for the updates. And I will see you very, very soon. Or not soon at all. Alright guys, much love, much love. Hope the neck feels better. Man, basically like halfway through the stream, somebody redeemed a stretch. And I usually roll my neck during that stretch. I didn't like apply common sense. I was just like, whoa. And I was just like, oh. See you guys soon. Warmest wishes, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out. We have kind of understood that we need to do something about that other piece that's prepped. We just need to wiggle the lines. Maybe we'll do some more sketching and chill out. I don't know. I want to put together a nice folder of things that I've always intended to sketch or draw, so that we can just zone out and fill a page. I do like filling pages. See you very, very soon. Much love. Take care. Goodbye. I'm bursting for a wee. Wolf Canis Fenrir, Nancy, Brain, Whoopi, who stole my space bar, Puff Pastry, Aaron, and everybody else. Sleepy Mushroom. Guys, have a wonderful evening. Take care. Bye, 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 bye.